Nguyễn Văn Phan was born on March 15, 1987 in the bustling city of Hanoi, Vietnam. Coming from a modest family, his early life was filled with the challenges common to many young athletes. Growing up in a neighborhood where sports were often seen as extracurricular rather than a professional pursuit, Nguyễn Văn Phan had to rely on his passion and innate athleticism to chart his course toward a successful career in sports. His introduction to athletics began at a very young age. As a child, he was encouraged by his parents to participate in various physical activities. But it wasn't until he was 10 years old that he discovered his love for running. He joined his school's athletics team and quickly caught the attention of his coach, who recognized Phan's natural speed and agility. By his early teens, he was training in track and field, with a particular focus on sprinting events. His enthusiasm for the sport grew as he experienced the thrill of competition, and he soon set his sights on making it to the national stage. Phan's potential did not go unnoticed, and by the age of 14, he was enrolled in a prestigious sports academy in Hanoi, where he received more structured coaching. His breakthrough came when he won his first regional championship at the age of 15, taking home gold in the 10.0 sprint. This success was a clear indicator of Phan's potential, and it solidified his commitment to pursuing athletics seriously. As he continued to progress through the junior ranks, Phan's performances grew stronger, and by his late teens, he was ready to compete on the national stage. Rise to national recognition. Phan's breakthrough came in 2006, at the age of 19, when he earned a spot on the Vietnamese national athletics team. His debut at the national championships marked a defining moment in his career, where he not only competed against the country's best sprinters but also stood out as one of the top contenders in the 10 and 200 meters events. His performance at the championships was impressive enough to earn him a spot in the Southeast Asian (SE) Games, where he would compete for the first time on the international stage. At the 2007 SEA Games in Thailand, Phan made a strong impression despite being a relative newcomer to international competitions. Although he didn't win any medals, his timing in both the 100 meters and 200 meters races was enough to place him in the top 10. An accomplishment that showcased his talent and potential. The experience of competing at the SEA Games was a major learning opportunity. And Phan returned to Vietnam with a renewed sense of purpose and determination to improve. In the following years, Phan continued to rise through the ranks of Southeast Asian athletics. By 2009, he was consistently securing podium finishes at the national championships and gaining recognition as one of Vietnam's top sprinters. His dedication to his training, as well as his perseverance in overcoming setbacks, led to significant improvements in his times, earning him spots in more prestigious competitions. Career peak and major achievements. Phan reached the peak of his career during the 2011 Southeast Asian Games in Indonesia. This competition marked a milestone in his career, as he secured his first gold medal in the 100 meters sprint. His victory was a breakthrough moment for Vietnamese athletics, as Phan's win in the 100 meters not only brought him personal success but also boosted the visibility of athletics in Vietnam. The performance was hailed as one of the greatest achievements in Vietnamese sprinting history, and it firmly established Phan as the leading sprinter in Southeast Asia. In addition to his success in the 100 meter, Phan also excelled in the 200 meters at the same SEA Games, where he won a silver medal. His success in both events solidified his position as one of the top sprinters in the region. His 100 meter victory was especially significant because it marked Vietnam's first gold in the event at the SEA Games in over a decade. Phan's gold medal win was celebrated as a historic achievement, and it earned him widespread recognition as one of the best sprinters in Southeast Asia. In 2013, Phan's success continued with another strong performance at the SEA Games, this time in Myanmar. He secured gold in both the 100 meters and 200 meters events, further cementing his legacy as Vietnam's premier sprinter. His consistency in the regional competitions, coupled with his ability to perform under pressure, made him a dominant force in Southeast Asian athletics. His victories at the SEA Games, particularly in the sprinting events, helped to raise the profile of track and field in Vietnam, and his achievements inspired many young athletes to pursue careers in athletics. Phan's success was not limited to the regional stage. He also competed in various international meets, including the Asian Athletics Championships, where he earned medals and set personal bests. His performances at these competitions showcased his growing ability to compete at a global level. Although he faced stiff competition from sprinters from countries like China, Japan, and Qatar, Phan's resilience and skill allowed him to consistently perform well on the international stage. Challenges and setbacks. Despite his immense success, Phan's career was not without its challenges. Like many elite athletes, he struggled with injuries and the physical demands of high-level competition. A recurring knee injury, which developed after years of intensive training and competition, caused Phan significant discomfort and sidelined him for several months in 2014. This injury not only affected his performance but also led him to reconsider his approach to training and competition. During his recovery period, Phan faced doubts about his future in the sport. The injury, combined with the mental and physical toll of years of intense training, made him question whether he could continue competing at the highest level. However, Phan's resilience shone through, as he worked tirelessly with physiotherapists and trainers to rehabilitate the injury. He also made adjustments to his training regimen, incorporating more recovery-focused exercises and techniques to protect his body from further strain. Phan's return to competition after his injury was marked by a series of strong performances, but he was never quite able to regain the peak form he had reached earlier in his career. The pressure of competing at the highest level, combined with the toll of his injury, took a mental and physical toll on him. In 2015, Phan faced a setback at the SEA Games in Singapore, where he was unable to defend his gold medal in the 100 meters sprint, finishing in fourth place. This result was disappointing for him, but it also highlighted the intense competition he faced in the region. Final years and transition. By the time the 2017 SEA Games came around, Phan had already entered his 30s, and it was clear that his career was winding down. Although he still had the skill and experience to compete at the highest level, the wear and tear on his body made it increasingly difficult to maintain his previous levels of performance. At the 2017 SEA Games in Malaysia, Phan won a bronze medal in the 100 meters, marking his final individual medal at the SEA Games. After the 2017 SEA Games, Phan decided to scale back his competitive career. While he still participated in national and regional competitions, his focus shifted from individual performance to mentorship. He began working as a coach for the Vietnamese national athletics team, using his expertise to develop and guide younger sprinters. His experience in high-pressure situations and his understanding of the sport made him an invaluable asset to the next generation of athletes. Phan also became involved in promoting athletics in Vietnam, working with sports organizations to increase the popularity of track and field among young people. His legacy as a role model for aspiring athletes continues to inspire the youth of Vietnam, and his commitment to nurturing the next generation of sprinters remains a cornerstone of his post-competitive career.